Everyone. Thank you for joining us. Today we're going to speak about exclusive opportunities provided by Cems to its students, and that is the possibility to study on double degree programs. We will start with the two programs in cooperation with partner universities, Lappeenranta University of Technology and HEC Paris, Higher School of Commerce. Let me share the first presentation with you. So, about LUT. Lappeenranta University is situated in Lappeenranta. It's a huge and spectacular campus. Let's see. Sorry, here. It was founded in 1969, and now it has around 6,000 students of more than 70 nationalities, and 30% of them are international students. In terms of double degree with Cems, it has two programs to offer, and that is business analytics and international business and entrepreneurship. The studies at LUT for the students outside the European Union imply a tuition fee of €10,000 per academic year, but there is also a system of scholarships granted covering either 50% or 100% of tuition fee. It is supposed to be competition-based, but so far none of Cems students had to pay any tuition fee, so all of them were granted 100% scholarship. So, how to apply for double degree LUT program at Cems? First, and most important, is to be enrolled in one of the regular master programs, MIM or Master in Business Analytics. Then, within an announced period, you will need to apply for the program, providing the results of the GMAT test that was early accepted as one of the entrance examinations for the regular master program. The next stage is to pass successfully interview as one of the competition stages, and pass successfully winter exam session with a minimum average grade of 3.5 out of 5 and no failure grades. About the number of slots, as per 2019-2020, it was 5 slots for MIM program and 5 slots for NIBA. The selection procedures are held during the first year of master studies between November and January, and the final results are announced in February and confirmed by partner university by April. So, the second year of master studies is spent at LUT University, with studies starting at the end of August. As the program were renewed this year, so we actually don't have any students to share their experience on that, because they are only going to start studying in fall 2020. But I'm sure they will enjoy the experience and they will gladly share it with you later upon actually starting the program. So let's move on to HEC. Here we go. So it is an international business school. It was established in 1881 and it's located in Jouy-en-Josas in France. HEC Paris is actually the founding member of Cems Global Alliance in Management Education, and is actually where the Cems head office is located. In terms of double degree, with Cems, it offers a master program in international business. So how do you apply for double degree HEC program? First, again, you need to be enrolled in MIM master program. This is the only program eligible. The next stage, within the announced period, you apply for the program, providing the results of the GMAT test that was early accepted as one of the entrance examination, and IELTS or TOEFL or CAE or back higher is also accepted as a confirmation of your English language level. The next stage is to pass successfully interview as one of the competition stages. And again, pass successfully winter exam session with a minimum average grade of 4.0 out of 5 and no failure grades, of course. About the number of slots, as per 2019-2020, it was 2 slots for MIM program. And the selection procedure is pretty much the same as for other double degree programs in terms of the period. It's held between November and January, and the final results are announced in February and confirmed by partner university by April. And second year of master studies is spent at HEC University with studies starting somewhere in August. The important thing here is that the program applies tuition fee. As per 2020, it was 25,000 euro. But there is also a possibility to get a grant. Well, with a bit more effort than in LUT, but still, nothing is impossible. And I will give the word now to some and HEC alumnus of 2019, Yuri Zheleznikov, and he will tell you more about that, as well as about his exciting experience of studying at GSAM. Here you go, Yuri, are you with us?
Yeah.
Hello. Yes.
Hello. Should I choose screen? Yeah. Okay. Can I start?
Yes, sure.
Okay, so I just picked some things that I consider to be interesting for students, but if you want to ask something else, feel free to ask. Basically, I would start with the enrollment part. Let's say there is an administrative process, obviously related to visas, etc., and there is a lot of support from French side. There is an organization called the Campus France that supports all your visa applications and transition to French university. So it's a lot easier, I would say, that to do with other countries, at least from my experience. And then in terms of scholarships, there are 2 main scholarships that one covers 5,000 euros tuition fees and approximately 900 euros per month during your studies. And the second scholarship is first one is paid by French embassy in Russia, and the second one is paid by French government, I suppose. It's called the Eiffel scholarship, and it's 1,100 euros per month as well. So it doesn't cover the whole tuition, but it already covers a lot. Then moving to courses content part, I would say that in terms of general courses, the program is not that much different from other business school. The difference is though in teachers, because we had a lot of teachers that participate in a real business. For example, if we have a finance course, we would have 2 vice presidents from an investment bank that would teach us finance. So then we had one course on private equity, and we had a real private equity investor that could say, this company, I bought it yesterday. So it's really, how to say, it's inspiring in terms of how you learn the course, not just by theory, but really by practice, by real stories from a business. And you see how people from a real business look at the problems. Then I would also say that HEC has a especially advanced expertise in finance and financial courses. If you're interested in these, HEC is a good university to consider. Then moving to experience that you might have at the university. Let's say first part is, of course, you're moving to another country in France, and it's a really nice place to be in terms of climate, travel, etc. There are a lot of places you could visit right from the Paris, including those organized by the university, which is quite cool. Then in terms of students' experience, there are a lot of things to see because the university is huge, and I would say this is one of the advantages of the program, that you have a much bigger network compared to that if you study just in one university. And the network is even bigger given the fact that there are a lot of students studying in different programs at HEC. So basically, first part is the Cems network, because as a student of international business program, you study mostly with the Cems cohort students. So you're still integrated in the Cems environment, but have a double degree with HEC as well. And you attend most of the Cems events related to culture, to trips, except those that are part of Cems program, of course. Then the university itself, the campus is quite big, and there are a lot of other programs, as I mentioned before. And you could have a huge variety of experiences related to student clubs. There are a lot of student clubs, such as investment club, consulting club, music club, all the possible things. When I just came to the university, they gave a guide on student clubs that was like more than 100 pages, I think. So this is one of the things that HEC really supports. So I personally took part in HEC Data Science Club. Then in terms of events on the campus, you also have a lot of things to see, to meet other students from other cohorts, etc. A lot of national celebrations, a lot of student activities related to students participating in the management of the university. So there are few student boards related to culture, few student boards related to, let's say, study affairs. And those boards, they compete each year in elections, which one would be the ruling one this year. And so this is a really intense social environment to participate and to have hundreds of students from all over the world at the end of the program that you know and you have friends with. Then what else? In terms of facilities that the university has, it's also important to feature that it's not an usual experience that I would see in Russia when you have a university campus and a few facilities nearby. It's the campus that is out of the city, and all the things are, let's say, concentrated just in the campus area. And so we have music studio, clubs, bars, lake, sport facilities for all the kind of sports like football, rugby, running, tennis, everything. There are a lot of sections you could participate in, both in terms of sports like football, dancing, martial arts, and even horse riding, which is, I was quite surprised that we could have this at the university. What else? There are some strong university traditions as well. Like one of the most famous ones is the POW at university, which is Party of the Week, which happens on the campus in the campus club territory, and unites like hundreds of students every week. This is what, from the experience point of view, what you can get out of the university when you basically graduate. First of all, it's a brand that helps you to open doors to many different companies, to many different people. no matter if you want to work for a corporation or for a startup or start your own business. It's a huge, let's say, brand that just helps you to contact people easier. Just to refer some stats from Financial Times or Economist, their program is ranked top 2, top 1 worldwide in terms of master program. It's also in some ratings, it's featured one of the top 10 MBAs worldwide, as far as I remember. So, and this is another advantage, that you are also in contact with MBA students as well. Yeah, the second thing that you can get is the job opportunities in Europe and worldwide, because first of all, you have let's say, more solid legal base to work in Europe, because you have a European education. Second is that the university supports your employment a lot in terms of different career events on campus with numerous companies, especially investment banks and consulting firms. Yeah. And except Europe, there are a lot of exit opportunities in terms of job for finance in London and in the US.
Speaking about job opportunities, can you tell us where you are currently employed?
Currently, I work at a growing French startup, which is called Bruce Work, which is a platform that is supposed to facilitate hiring process for different types of contracts. If we cut it short, it would be like Uber for job search, let's say so.
Yeah.
And I work as a data analyst. So basically, my work is to analyze all the business KPIs, to build the system of KPIs that we should pursue to balance the platform correctly, to define in which segments we should grow more and which segments we should invest more in marketing. Yeah. Before that, I worked for half a year as a digital marketer at BlaBlaCar, also both in Paris, both without speaking French, which is, again, would be quite difficult with another university, but with I should say, it's a bit easier. Yeah, so this is something that I think important to mention, that if you want to get an education in France and stay in France for work, it's really good to know French because it opens you a lot of opportunities. But if you go to really recognize the university, like HEC is the top 1 business school in France, and some say in Europe, then you can grab some opportunities even without speaking French. Yeah. And the last thing is a network, as I mentioned before. So it's network of Cems students, it's network of other HEC students from other programs. Many of them go to startups, many of them go to finance, many of them go to consulting. Though, if you want to work in consulting, I would say HEC can help you to get into consulting firm in Europe, like in Brussels, in Bain, for example, or in Dubai offices where you don't need to speak French. In France, it's a bit hard because you need to have a really, really good level of French to go to a consulting firm in France, which is not the case, by the way, for investment banks. You have to speak French, but depending on the bank, sometimes it's not necessary at all. Sometimes you just have to speak a bit. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you very much, Yuri. Okay. I think we have some questions here about double degree. So, are there not so many slots where there will be more? Well, we have slots according to our agreements with universities. So with HEC, not in the nearest future. I don't think there will be more next time. Maybe more with LUT, because we added one more program to our agreement. About the competition, I wouldn't say it's that tough. First, because we have a relatively small cohort, and even with such a few number of slots, we have around like 2-3 people per slot to compete. Can students of Получить master programs get a double degree? Well, for now, it's available for, I should say, Paris is available for MIM students only, and LUT double degree program is available for MIM program and Master in Business Analytics. I guess those are all of the questions, right? So, Yuri, thank you once again, and wish you the best of luck.
You're welcome. Thank you, and yeah, have a nice day also, all of you.
So we can move on to Cems main program, and first I would like to give the word to Cems Academic Director Yannis Christodoulou to introduce the program to you. Yannis, hello, are you here? Hello.
Can you see me?
Yes, yes.
Fantastic. Very nice to see you all. Hello. Now with my virtual. Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hello. Can you see me?
Yes, yes.
There is some delay. I don't know why. All right. So can I start?
Yeah.
And fantastic. Okay. So we have full screen. Thank you all very much for being here. It's very exciting to talk about Cems program. You know, I am the proud Cems Academic Director of Cems here in GSOM. And to be honest with you, I'm really excited for this program because I think it's the most exciting masters a student can do at this moment of globalization and what we're going through. But before I go on, allow me to explain, please, a few things more with regards to what is Cems exactly, yes? Olesia, are we in full screen for the presentation?
Can you see it now?
No, it's not on presentation. We should click present, I think. I can only see the slides, not full screen. Apologies for that.
I'm sorry.
Click and edit, allow edit the file, I think. It's up there.
Yeah. Sorry.
We all learn about technology, you know, every day. It's what we do. Okay, but I cannot see the presentation right now. Can you see? Can we share screen again?
Yes, sure. Sure. Can you see it now?
Yes, now I can see it. And let's go click to present to have the full screen for our viewers. And I think we are ready to go. Go back a little bit, sorry for that. And on the bottom right, next to the down, there, I think this is it. Okay, fantastic. Okay, so let's go one slide back, please, about the Cems program. So what is Cems? Cems is a global alliance. There we are. Cems is a global alliance of the top 33 schools on management. Now, there is one top school in every country. So here in Russia, it is us. It is GSOM from St. Petersburg State University, being the top school that offers this program and being member of this alliance. The top school in the UK is LSE. In France is HSE. In Spain is Nova. So in the US we have Cornell University. So choose a country, and amongst the best universities you'll find the top one on management, and it will be member of this alliance. So we are around for many years, since 1988, and we have a huge network of active alumni students. So we are standing very, very well on the global ranking. We are doing extremely well when it comes to our relations with corporate partners and being very well connected to the market. So we are consistently amongst the top 10 masters in management around the world, regardless of the ranking you're looking into. And maybe you have not heard of Cems before, but I would say that Cems is like the Tesla, if I'm allowed to say it like that, of the car industry. We're truly innovative, we're truly fresh, we are truly unique in what we do, and we don't need a lot of traditional advertising. So maybe that's why you have not heard about it before. But we are doing extremely well when it comes to our corporate partners' relationships. We're doing extremely well when it comes to employability. And I think we have the most active alumni network around the planet. So if you are part of this alliance, you are part of a family. Yeah, and I'm very proud to be part of this family as well. So who do you need to be in order to become part of this alliance? Yes? Who is this program for? Well, I will tell you this. If you want to be global, connected, responsible as a future leader, if you want to take, responsibility for our planet and, improve the business as it is today, then you have to become member of this alliance, member of this family. You don't need professional working experience, because this is not a direct top MBA, it's a top Masters in Management program. So you should be a high standard candidate, you need to have a high degree, you need to provide us with some experience when it comes to your potential to grow and to become an ambassador of this program. And when you do join us, then you will be able to grow your network. You will be able to study, not just in one country and then go for an exchange semester in another country, but as we will discuss later, you will be able to live and experience almost all the 33 schools if you want, as long as you want to participate online or face-to-face to many different activities that this alliance provides. Yes. So once you become a member of this family, first of all, your skills will grow, your confidence will grow, you will experience a life that is truly global. I would not say international, but truly global. And at the same time, you will learn how to do business in a very, very different way. And that is sustainable, ethical, responsible, but also to the top companies and to the top standard you can imagine. So the curriculum is, although it looks like traditional in certain sense, it is not when it comes to the actual content. So you may have, as we call, international courses, but you will do something like sustainable innovation or ethical entrepreneurship, or you will do, sustainable investing. So you will be connected to the top and latest knowledge in the market. Yeah. Let's move on to the next slide, dear Alessia, for our lovely candidates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what do you need to do to apply for Cems MIM at GSOM? First, and the most important, you need to be enrolled in a regular Master in Management program prior to taking part in competition. Within the announced deadlines, you need to submit your application, which should include results of GMAT test taken as an entry examination. And there are no specific requirements here. The higher the better, but the passing score is by default the one that you had as an entry exam. Then confirmation of proficiency in English, such as TOEFL certificate, IELTS, or CPE, CAE, back higher, or have a bachelor's diploma entirely taught in English. Then the next stage is, and of course, to confirm the level of second foreign language on a minimum A2 level. The next stage would be to pass successfully assessment center, the Cems interview, which is held by the GSOM representatives, administratives and academics and corporate partners. And to pass successfully winter exam session with the GPA equal to minimum 3.7 out of 5 and no failure grades, of course. In terms of chronology, the application is between October and November. Then the Go selection procedure in December, January. The results are announced in February. And after that, you apply for exchange term in Cems partner universities in March. The start of Cems MIM year would be the second year of master studies. Depending on the school where you go on exchange, it could be from end of July. Speaking about Cems MIM program, it includes 3 terms, let's say so. 2 academic terms, which should be consecutive, and internship, which is called like term 3, and which can take place at any time during the graduate period of studies, but cannot overlap with term 1 and term 2. So it is obligatory that 2 out of 3 terms must be spent abroad. Or if you spend, for example, both terms abroad, you can do internship at home. Then you need to complete both academic terms with a minimum of 24 ECTS, and in total have 45 ECTS per courses. In both terms, you will have specific program elements such as block seminar, global strategy in the first term, and global citizenship and global leadership in the second term, and business project, of course. In order to speak a bit more about peculiar program elements, I would like to give the word to Yanis again. Here we go.
Yeah, now you can hear me. Sorry,
yeah.
My microphone muted. So now you can hear me. Olesia, because you are controlling the presentation, I will let you know when to change the slide. Yes, sorry.
Oh, yes, of course.
Thank you. So allow me to give you some specific information when it comes to the content and the energy and the excitement of this program. So one of the amazing things you can do is many block seminars. Now, what is a block seminar? Let's go to the next one. What is a block seminar? It is a 1 week fast-track course that takes place in the beginning of term 1 and brings together professors and students from various Cems. Yes? This is highly practical, business-oriented, and it gives you a very direct and energetic introduction into what is Cems. Yes? I'm sorry, we don't have a lot of block seminars, but we have many skills seminars that they follow in later. Yeah. So the block seminar is actually the introduction of this program to your new life. And let's go to the next slide, dear Alessia. where of course we're going to talk a little bit more about the fun and the excitement during this seminar. And these are some amazing photos from the previous year, students that we had here in St. Petersburg, where we had an amazing fun. So this fast track block seminar allows you to collaborate with your new students, fellow students, but also with the company. And it has a lot of social events as well. But we will talk a little bit more later about it. So let's go to the next one, where we have the Global Citizenship Seminar. This is just another example of how active and practical we are as a program, where within 2 days, you are meeting with representatives from corporate and social partners, professors, students, in order to have an experiential learning activity. Here, the focus is on developing a more responsible leadership, yes? So that's why we call it global citizenship, in order to be able to develop further the values of Cems, that is global diversity, inclusivity, respect, and great excellence with ethos, yeah? And of course, we have the skill seminars. So, dear Olesia, let's go to the next one. We have, yes, of course, the cultural events, but I will talk about them a little bit later. I'm very passionate about the skill seminars because these are customized to what the students really want and what the market demands. So in the skill seminars, you can see a few topics here, like business communication, strategy skills. But let me give you an example of the skill seminar that we are about to run now in GSOM. And this is sustainable entrepreneurship and social innovation, on how you can develop new business models in a very sustainable manner. So we have many skill seminars like that, where they take place, very quickly, very focused, and they give you the latest practical skills that the market demands. And of course, we have the business project, yes? So let's say I think I jumped a slide, sorry for that, I tend to do that, So the business project is, instead of a thesis, of a traditional thesis, you can do a similar type of consultancy work where you dive into a topic along with a corporate partner. So you are trying to solve a real business issue where you apply your knowledge in practice. So this is not a traditional, dissertation or thesis. This is I would say, a real consultancy project where you have to apply within, a team, your knowledge and provide a solution to the client. And this is something that goes again directly into your CV as specialization or early experience before you graduate. So the point is that not only you learn in practice with hands-on experience during the program, but you develop your own CV with working experience even before you graduate. So remember when you were applying for a job and they replied back to you that you don't have a lot of working experience being a graduate. And you are asking yourself, but how can I have experience, working experience, being a recent graduate? Well, this is the answer. This program is giving you working experience even before you graduate. And this is something to enhance your CV in a unique way. So the value proposition of this program, I think it's truly, truly unique. Yeah? Olesia, have I forgotten anything?
We have our next speaker now.
Mm-hmm.
Just give me a second. To speak about internships and corporate partners and their involvement in Cems program, we invite Elizaveta Trayanova, who is a Career Service Director and Corporate Relations Manager for Cems.
Mm-hmm. Our great Corporate Partners Director. She's doing a fantastic job. And that's why our corporate partners are very happy, because we have top quality students and Elizaveta with us.
Elizaveta, are you here?
Yeah. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Yeah, hello. I'm Елизавета Troyanova, and I'm head of Career Center. And my department is responsible for involving GSOM corporate partners, and especially Cems corporate partners in educational programs and some extracurricular activities. So just a few words about internships. You already heard that it's an obligatory part of your educational program, Cems educational program. It lasts 8 weeks, and unfortunately you can't split it. It should be like 8 consecutive weeks. And this internship, and it differs really from other let's say GSOM programs, should be taken abroad. As Alessia already mentioned, this internship could be done at any time during the graduate period. It means that after graduation you will have like almost 1.5 years to fulfill this requirement, but it couldn't overlap with term 1 and term 2. So, it's like all about the internships. It should like turn your academic experience into your professional experience. You may choose any company you want. It could be Cems corporate partner, or it could be any other company, or even non-profit organization. And we also allow to transfer your internship into some entrepreneurial experience, because we can't ignore this trend with the startups, because a lot of our, not a lot of, but many of our of GSOM alumni, they are starting their startups, establishing their startups, and the startups are quite successful. So what may I say? That I should admit that students will be responsible for finding your internship, but we will do, the Career Center and the school, we will do our best to help you. If we talk about some search instruments for the internship abroad, I may say that you will have personal access to our global career guide. It's provided only for GSOM students, and it's, let's say, you'll have access to database of internship all around the world. We have very strong Cems club, and they have quite a good connections, and they involve Cems alumni, and they're helping a lot in finding internship abroad, I may assure you. What you may also do is that you may reach Cems Career Center, and also please do not miss Cems Global Career Forum, which takes place once a year in Budapest, and like all Cems corporate partners are gathering together, and they're really eager to offer you an internship or full-time, or even a full-time job, because the Cems corporate partners, they really, they participate in this alliance because they really appreciate that Cems students, they have a global vision, that you are not afraid to tackle any problem you face, and that you have a very high level of social responsibility. So thank you, Alessia. This is like the slide with Cems corporate partners, and they encounter like 71 companies. And I may tell you that, for example, like companies like L'Oreal, Procter & Gamble, BCG, McKinsey, Deloitte, PricewaterhouseCoopers, Coca-Cola, Google, and VTB, they are participating in the educational programs of GSOM, and especially they are interested in Cems students, and this is like your opportunity to find a proper internship and also to interact with the companies while you are still like in our school. What like corporate partners, what they are for? It's like, yeah, they contribute financially, and this money goes to Cems head office, and then head office allotting this money between the schools, between the conferences, your conferences, which you will organize, like conferences for the school on a global level, and so on. But like what we appreciate even more is that they are sharing their expertise with us. I mean, with you, and they are coming to GSOM. They participate in skills seminars and business projects, which are really, I mean, the real cases you solve with the business representatives. They participate a lot in blog seminar. I mean, inviting you to the companies and also solving these cases together, and guest lectures and so on and so on. So they do a lot, and we really appreciate it. And they at the same time appreciate like what the kind of like your profile, and they are eager to hire you like afterwards. I can't tell about like the partners of Cems Alliance, not mentioning social partners. You know that the main value of Cems Alliance is it's not main. One of the value of Cems Alliance is professional responsibility and accountability in the relation of society as a whole. So social partners are quite active in Cems Alliance. They also contribute to educational, to the curricula. I mean, they're providing the projects, the business projects. They are also coming with the guest lectures, and they help you, to do good. And this is what I really like about Cems program. So this is like in brief, this is like a short information about our corporate partners. So there are a lot, and you will have a lot of opportunities to interact with them. So I wish you good luck to get on board. I mean, with GSOM and especially with Cems program. And see you next educational year. Thank you, and have a nice evening.
So, getting back to the requirements. In order to graduate from the program, you need to complete all the mandatory elements and the required number of ECTS for elective courses, do 8 weeks internship abroad, and confirm your second foreign language on B2 level oral and B1 written. But you also have approximately 1.5 years to complete Cems MIM degree, to do your internship, or to improve your language after you graduate from your main master program. And the most pleasant part is the graduation, where you get rewarded for all the great work you have done. It takes place each year approximately in November, end of November, beginning of December, and it's hosted by one of the Cems schools. So, for example, next year it's going to be in Denmark, hosted by CBS, and in 2022 in Brazil, hosted by FGV. It's a very big event. It lasts for almost a week and ends with a fascinating ceremony of graduation. For now, I would like to give the word for GSOM Cems alumna Ekaterina. She will speak about her amazing experience. 1 second. Oh,
Hello.
sorry. Sorry, can't see Katerina on the list. Then, while we're solving this technical issue, I think we could go to our next speaker for now and invite Ekaterina a bit later. So now I would give the word to Yaroslav.
Hello.
Hello, Yaroslav.
Yes, hello. Just give me a second. I'll turn on my camera and share my screen with you. All right. So, hello everyone, and let me share my presentation. So, I'm not Ekaterina, I'm Yaroslav, and I'm not yet an alumni of GSEN or Cems, but I will share my experience within student board and my international experience during my exchange semester at Vienna. So I'm a second year MM student at the Graduate School of Management. I spent my semester last autumn at Vienna University of Economics and Business, and I had my internship at L'Oréal company. I'm the former Cems Student Board representative from Graduate School of Management, and now I'm the Cems Student Board Vice President Finance. And now I'd like to tell you more about Cems Student Board. So the Cems Student Board is an organization composed of Cems students who have been elected by their peers to represent their schools on a global level. There are 33 schools in the alliance, but 2 of them have not yet launched their programs, so we have 31 representatives now in the student board. These people are elected for 1 year from their home schools and work on different projects and functions within student board. Of course, most of the time we conduct projects virtually as they're placed in different schools all over the world, but we gather 3 times a year together for physical meetings. These are the greatest and funniest moments of our student board life. These meetings are conducted 3 times per year at different Cems schools. This spring we were supposed to be at St. Petersburg. Unfortunately, due to the current pandemic situation, our plans have been changed. So, a person from the school is selected from a Cems cohort. So from a Cems student, there is a person who represents the cohort, the school, in the student board. There are many teams in the student board, so there are 6 functional teams and 5 project teams. They do absolutely great things. For example, our digital innovation team has launched a webinar panel series with the greatest professors from all Cems Alliance members, and our Cems academic director Yanis will take part in one of our next seminars. The student board is ruled by the executive team. There are 3 people: the president, vice president operations, and vice president finance. These people are selected from the students, so now I'm the part of the executive team. And the student board works not only with school, but with schools of alliances, but also with the global office, with the global management, so in order to make our program better. So if you feel that you want to contribute not only locally to the school, but to the whole Cems Alliance, the student board is a place where you must definitely go. There are many events that the student board is involved during the year. There are Cems Club Awards, there are different conferences, but I would like to present 2 very big things that student board does. This is the regional forum and the career forum. So regional forums are the forums that are conducted in different parts of the world. So there are 4 regional forums in Europe. The V4 conference is for the Central Europe, the Nordic Forum for the Scandinavian countries, the DACH Forum for German-speaking countries, and the Mare Nostrum Forum for the countries that are located in the Mediterranean, by the Mediterranean Sea. So students from all the Cems Alliance can participate in these conferences. They just need to apply and get selected for this. The participation most of the time has a small fee, but the opportunities that you get through these regional forums are absolutely great. You meet a lot of students. You can earn some ECTS for your curricula. You have skill seminars with corporate partners, and also you have had some interviews. The same forums have been launched in other parts of the world also. So the last autumn we had the LATAM forum, so in the Latin America with Chile and the São Paulo, and also we have the Asia Pacific forum for all our schools in that region. However, this year, unfortunately, the situation has been changed. We are not allowed to move, so we have the virtual forum. We had it last month in March, and there were 17 corporate partners participating, where they offered skill seminars and interviews, with more than 900 students participating. So it was a great result for us. The Global Forum is another part of student-bought work. It takes part in Budapest every year. And last year there were 41 corporate partners with over 800 students visiting. There were 600 interviews conducted and 240 job offers made. So there is quite a big chance that you can have a job offer or an internship offer after this event. So you must definitely go to and visit Budapest in your year. And just a couple of 100 kilometers from Budapest, there is a beautiful city of Vienna, where I spent my exchange semester. It has a large, newly built campus, and the best thing about this campus, at least for me, was that just across the street there is a Prater Park, where you can walk after the classes, and as the weather in Vienna is almost every day very sunny and very good, you can do it every day. Apart from beautiful views, there's another great thing in Vienna, the food. So there is a beautiful canteen in Vienna University, and this portion of steak costed only €7, and I liked it a lot. Also, there is a beautiful coffee shop just a couple of minutes from the university, where every student buys this cup of coffee, so you can remember this name, Jonas Reiner Coffee Roasters. And another funny thing about Vienna shops and Vienna supermarkets, they offer free fruits and for all kinder, and so every small children can grab one. It's very, very, very nice thing. Vienna city offers great views, so you can spend all the days walking around the cities. So there are beautiful sunsets with the mountains views. So there is Schönbrunn Park, like our Peterhof in St. Petersburg. The city is absolutely great for living. Also, during my exchange semester, our Cems office come and visit me. I think they missed me a lot, but not only because of this. We also had the Cems graduation ceremony last year at Vienna, and it was one of the largest graduation ceremonies. We met all together there, and it was an absolutely great event with great people. And one of the last days I spent in Vienna was the Christmas, and this is the Christmas fair in Vienna, just across the town hall, with many people in the Christmas night there, and with also very beautiful small cups with Glühwein served there, and that's one of the nicest experiences in the last days. So this is all from my side. There are some of my contacts, so you can just take a screenshot and contact me anytime you want, so I can share with you more information I know and my experience. And I hope that my colleagues and other students will also share their experiences today. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Yaroslav. Before you switch off, I think there is a question to you. Is it hard to become Cems student, and can you give some tips?
It is not hard to become a Cems student if you want this. So the application period, I don't think it is hard, but if you're a smart guy, it's not absolutely hard for you. So you just need to get your head down for the first semester and put all the knowledge that you have, and you'll become a Cems student. It's more hard not just to become a Cems student, but to become a good member of Cems community, because Cems is all about community, is all about people who are in this network, and to become an honorable member of Cems community, you need to work a lot. And I think that's much more harder than just to become a Cems student.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, and goodbye.
Goodbye, see you. We'll now invite two more students current Cems students to speak about their experience and about one more important thing, which is Cems Club and their activities. And I would like to invite Valeria, who is a first-year GSOM student and vice president of Cems Club, and Margarita, who is a second-year GSOM student and the president of Cems Club.
Hello.
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 Hello, Margarita.
So, can I share my presentation?
Yes, sure.
Okay. So, can you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, hello everyone. My name is Margarita. I'm currently president of Cems Club in St. Petersburg, and I would like to tell you more about who we are, what actually Cems Club is, and what we are doing. So basically, Cems Club represents Cems Alliance within our home school, within GSOM, and it unites all Cems students and help them to build and strengthen Cems community within Russia. Being a part of Cems Club basically means to be very motivated, proactive, implement your own ideas, your initiatives, your projects. So being able to do whatever you want within your own community and within your home school, GSOM, but based on the global Cems values. And I would like to tell you more about our mission, our main goals, which is actually, first of all, we are trying to do our best to build a strong international network, and every Cems student has to feel like an irreplaceable part of global Cems community. We're actually representing the Cems community on our local level within GSOM. And we're trying to do our best to shape our students as real professionals and make them responsible in relation to society and being active in relation to society as well. And to reach all these goals, to reach all these perspectives, we need a cool team, and we actually have it. So you can see our structure, our Cems Club structure. You can see the president and student board representatives. As you maybe heard before, that student board representative is representing our club on the global level, and at the same time, president focuses more on their inner things. We also have a vice president, who is in our case responsible for finance, and we have 5 departments, which are alumni, corporate relationships, marketing, social events, and social responsibility department. And within each department, we have up to 5 and 6 people. So that's how our club is functioning. And a very important note that every club member is re-elected every semester. So basically, we are trying to do our best to work for the club, and then the next semester we are assigning our authority to the next generation of Cems students, so that they are highly motivated and want to contribute to Cems Club as well. I also need to note about our achievements. On the global level, our club took the 2nd place during the Global Responsibility Week, and that's what we're actually very proud of. And now we want to tell you more about our activities, and I want to pass the word to our Vice President, Valeria Khazova. Valera.
Thank you, Margarita. So hello, everyone. My name is Valeria, and I'm a first-year master student in GSOM, Master in Management program. I'm a vice president of Cems Club now, but that's not how my road to Cems began. I've been a part of Cems Club in the first semester too. I was a member of social events department team, and to be honest, I could not have been happier with this my extracurricular activity time. I really liked the friendly atmosphere of the club, and I enjoyed being surrounded by so many talented and different people from all over the world. We organized many activities, and we organized the main Cems event of the fall semester, Cems Gala, the event for Cems students and professors mainly, but also for other exchangers and home students, aimed at networking and, how you can see from the pictures, dancing. By the way, the main Cems Club St. P official event of spring semester is Cems White Night. It usually includes meetings with Cems alumni, lecturers, panel discussions, skill seminars, ending up with a boat party on a June White Night. This year, due to the current situation, we are forced to plan it digitally. And the plans are promising, and I'm again very happy to be part of such a thing. Speaking of other activities, it was, of course, not only about parties. Every department of Cems Club offers the programs to Cems students, and usually they include many different things. For example, last semesters, we organized Moscow trip with the help of our corporate partners department. During this trip, Cems students visited offices of international companies. CSR department were responsible for panel discussions and many CSR challenges. For example, one of these global challenge of Global Responsibility Week, where we took second place, about which Margarita told you. Alumni department organized meetings with alumni aimed at sharing career tips from them. And I highly recommend you to participate in Cems activities if it's possible, and join Cems Club, even if you are the first year student and only Cems C2B, because it will help you to grasp the Cems spirit and get even more motivated to work hard on your enrollment. At least that's what happened to me. I initially wanted to go to GSOM because I wanted to become Cems student, but apparently spending so much time and effort on organizing Cems activities and then seeing happy faces of people who attended them motivated me even more, but I thought that it was impossible. It also taught me many things, and not only about Cems in general, though it is an undoubtable advantage too, as you'll be more prepared for the interview to get enrolled to the program, but about teamwork and managing. And seeing smiling faces in real life is, of course, very pleasant, but it doesn't mean that online activities are worse. This semester, everything and everyone is digital, and Cems Club is not an exception. Very helpful and insightful webinars were organized this spring by our current Cems Club. We conducted webinars with alumni who are now working in the USA, Germany, South Korea. We also had a really interesting BCG webinar, which was attended not only by GSOM Cems students, but by Cems students from other Cems schools. And of course, we're not forgetting to entertain ourselves, Zooming Friday evenings and playing Mafia, trivia quizzes. Sometimes we do it internationally, as we're still in contact with Cems exchange students from the fall semester. And of course, everyone is open for new meetings and contacts. And actually, this is what is so great about Cems in general: networking and community. You can always write to other Cems, even if he or she is in another country, with any question about his or her work, internship, or other experience, even if you don't know him or her. And this is very, very high chance that you'll have common friends and the communication will be fruitful. And it is very good to know now that even in online format, it still can be very fun. Which means that it's not about the format, but about the people and the community, Cems community. And I have an experience of being part of such a community in only one Cems club yet, in Cems Club St. P. But Margarita will now continue on her experience in another Cems club.
Yes, I would like to tell you about, I would say, one of the best parts of Cems program is actually experience of studying abroad. In my personal case, my experience was in Chile. So I studied in Chile with 38 students from different countries, different nationalities. Can you imagine how cool it is? We've spent so much time together. We've learned so many things, and we've traveled to so many places together. And this was really unbelievable. I'm 100% sure that it actually changed my life. And if I hadn't been a part of Cems community, this semester would have never been like this. That's for sure. So I hope we motivated you so far to apply for this program. And despite this fact of this self-isolation, despite this COVID virus, we're still all together. We're having our seminars, our webinars online, our parties. And this is actually what Cems is about. No matter what, we're still keeping in touch. So please join. If you want to know more about our life, about our activities, you can follow us on our social media and Facebook and Instagram. So I hope that soon you will join our community. So good luck.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your inspiring presentation. And we finally got connected to Ekaterina, our Cems alumna. Just a second, I will give the word to her to speak about her experience.
Thank you so much, Alessia. Do you hear me?
Yes, we can hear her well.
Oh, awesome. Okay, great. I hope my screen is sharing as well. Yeah, great. Okay, so let me start my presentation. Okay, so first of all, hello everyone. I'm very, very glad and honored to talk on behalf of Cems alumni today. And even though my Cems graduation has happened a couple of years ago, but I hope I can still share with you my emotions and thoughts on that, because I just want to tell you as the disclaimer that without Cems, my life definitely wouldn't be as it is right now, and I will tell you and explain why. So first of all, I'm very glad to meet you all. Very glad to meet you. My name is Ekaterina, and now I'm living in Frankfurt, in Germany. I'm the product of GSOM, if I can say so. I finished marketing in 2014. Then after gap year, connected with pursuing my master's degree and was very happy to become a Cemsi, spending my exchange semester in Hong Kong. After that, after successfully finishing Cems degree, I started working, started having actually my first internship in Germany that turned out to be a job offer. And now I'm leading a team in InsurTech startup in Germany with a huge growth and responsible for one of the pillars in acquisition. So let me show you how Cems made my life really cool. So first of all, what Cems is for me. Of course, a lot of people, I'm sure, were talking today about how hard it is and how impossible even it is to study at Cems, and that's for sure, and how many activities are there that you should participate. However, I want to tell you guys that after you graduate, there are a couple of the events that will remain in your heart. That would be your exchange semester, your graduation, and a lot of events that you were participating in. So I just like to tell you a few numbers that popped to my mind. So first of all, I received 66 ECTS points thanks to Cems to my master diploma. So I became a bit cleverer than I used to. I had the 30 and sometimes less, sometimes more, the smartest classmates around. I visited 7 countries during my exchange semester. During my Cems term, I managed to participate in seminars on manager professional skills in 4 business schools around the world. I was very happy to be for 3 semesters of my master out of 4 possible in Cems Club in both St. Petersburg and Hong Kong. Spent an amazing exchange semester in a Hong Kong School of Science and Technology that now is number 2 in some prestigious ranking by QS. Had an amazing ceremony in Malta. And the last but not least, I think the most important is that there was a successful job offer that came out of my internship, and that all thanks to Cems that actually pushed my boundaries so much that it actually happened. So just a few pictures about how my semester in Hong Kong came in. So first of all, a disclaimer. I don't know how it is right now, but in 2016, to participate, to have an opportunity to study in Hong Kong, you have to be a Cemsi. There was no other way how you can do it without that. And I was very honored to have to have granted such a place to study in such a place. So Hong Kong and usually Asia is the destination where really the top of Cems around the world are coming. That's why I had just an incredible opportunity to participate in a lot of case competitions. On the top left picture, you can see me in Singapore winning some competition with Maersk. We were visiting a lot of we had a lot of study trips. For instance, here you can see us in Singapore visiting BNP Paribas office. After this visit, one of my classmates got a job offer there. We successfully presented our startup and pitched it as a part of Cems Startup Challenge. It was the first initiative of that time on the career forum, and we were very happy to make it happen. I had my crazy birthday on one of the Sky Bars in Hong Kong, and I want to tell you that that's unbelievable when you're a student. And of course, I learned one more language. Let's say I tried to receive an A1 in Chinese and Mandarin, and that was also absolutely amazing. So also a fun fact about Hong Kong, now in HKUST, the same professor with whom I studied negotiation management or something like that, now is teaching the son of Oleg Tinkov. So I think that that's really quite a good place to be a part of. And honestly, without Cems, it would be hardly possible to be honored to receive such knowledge from such people, or to be a part of an MBA course where people only who paid quite significant chunk of money could actually participate in hearing on financial strategy from the former head of treasury in one of the banks. That was also absolutely stunning. So exchange semester is of course amazing, but it's not the only thing that Cems allows you to do. I hope I can switch to the next slide now. Yeah. So of course, after you are graduating, and especially if you want to graduate, you are thinking about two things: how to pass the second language on the good enough level, and how to get a good job, or any kind of job, or good job. But Cems usually end up having a very good jobs, and I'll explain you why. First of all, because of the exceptional networking, and that was one of the main reasons why I was very, very glad to be selected in an internship of my dream in AGT International. That is an IT startup, and I wanted to be a hardcore IT girl in Germany. So there we were 6 interns, and during our internship, we of course visited 6 countries, having an opportunity to work and having fun. Then there we presented a very successful project to the CEO of our company, and I got a job offer. That was absolutely amazing. Cems allowed us, the most important thing what Cems allowed us to do is to have the real life credit for executing things right. So nobody was double checking whether we are young enough or whether we were inexperienced enough. We had the proof of Cems, and that's what made us being selected there, and what made us successfully finish the internship. My example is just a tiny one. I know that a lot of people were getting job offers from their consulting projects for the company for which they were working with. And for instance, I participated in the consulting project with Hilti, and I also got a job offer from Hilti. So really, guys, especially if you are looking in one of the to work in one of the companies who are Cems partners, being a Cemsy is an absolute bonus to your potential employment. And of course, Alessia wanted to share this picture from our graduation ceremony in Malta. That was a very special case, because Malta is actually not the school where Cems school is presented, or not used to be a school nonetheless. Why I think it's so exceptional, because, you know, guys, when you are just a fresh graduate, and a lot of people were telling you that you are amazing, but you had barely a chance to prove this yourself. But now you are sitting here in this amazing, huge pavilion, and you are honored to be on a stage and to hear words from the world-renowned business experts, from CEOs of European companies, GHL, ABB, and I don't remember really how many of these people were there, because I was so astounded. Guys, then you understand that all your sufferings were not for nothing, and Cems is really a special place. So if you're still hesitating of applying or not to Cems, want to just give you a very short summary of why I think Cems is so special. First of all, this is an exceptional networking. Now being in Frankfurt, I see that we have monthly meetup opportunities. As the head of alumni relations of Cems executive board is also working in Frankfurt. So, I mean, you will always find people who are like-minded with you. This is a really unique opportunity with the help of Cems to be a part of an exchange semester in a very, very cool school that otherwise you could barely probably attend. You can study in partner schools around the world. Just want to mention that I participated in managing professional skills seminars in London and in Singapore as a part of the conferences that were held there. You can have a block seminar abroad. I know that people who are studying in Hong Kong full-time, they were participating in one in Cambodia. Our classmates could have done this together with their colleagues in Helsinki. So it's really cool. You can have an internship abroad. It's not even can, you will have an internship abroad. You can have the consulting projects for Cems partners where you will solve real life problems with the really, really cool and senior people, and you will have extremely smart people around. I think that's the most important, because these people will stay with you forever, and you will be astounded on how huge career growth, how steep career growth I see among my classmates. Not all of them have chosen consulting part, but or IB part, but they are simply following what they want to do. They want to be free, and they can make this happen because of Cems. Yeah.
Thank you, Kaya, for such an amazing story. It's really inspiring. And I think we have a couple of questions. So first is not a question, it's a comment from Yelena Arlova. She's very happy to see you again and to hear your story of success, and she wishes you all the best.
Thank you so much.
And another question is, how does the Cems community work? Is it true that you can find friends around the world saying a secret word, Cems?
Well, for sure, that's for sure. I want to tell you that even if you see on LinkedIn that some of the people with whom you are working are Cemsis, then you have 100% chance of succeeding in the negotiations. Honestly speaking, it's very simple. You have we have a common portal, we have a common website, we also have a newsletter. So basically you are joining the Cems alumni community, and there you are staying constantly in touch, following different media, and there from that website and from the newsletter I always see some opportunities for different networking or trips. I know that Cemsis are annually going to Davos to ski. I also see that Cems Club Zurich is doing quite some initiatives. I see that Cems Club Germany is participating in different Rhine-Main cruises, etc. So really, you can always find something to do in case you are staying wherever you are staying. But of course, the stronger, the more deeper relationships are with your classmates, with your colleagues, with whom you spend semester abroad or the term abroad or the term. And well, guys, you've been through so many things together that you are just bonded to be very close friends. And I'm very, very happy to have close friends from Cems.
Thank you so much, guys.
Okay. If that's it, then guys, please feel free to reach out for any questions, and we'll be very, very happy to see you all as Cemsis or to see you in Career Forum. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Wishing you the best of luck.
Thanks a lot.
And we are having a few questions from the chat. Just give me a minute. Are there any state-funded places for Cems? There is actually no such notion as state-funded places for Cems, but if you are enrolled on a state-funded places at GSOM, you don't pay anything extra for being enrolled in Cems program. Same as if you're enrolled on a fee-paying basis, you don't pay anything extra for Cems program. But there are few program elements that imply some costs, such as registration fee, which is a fixed cost of €100 at the start of your Cems MIM year, and the block seminar, which is usually up to €300 for different practical expenditure. What about master thesis? Do you have to make some research? There is no extra master thesis implied for Cems program. You just do one master thesis for your regular master program. So next question is, the Cems program equally open to Russian and foreign students? Do we have the same chances? Yanis, what do you think?
So I think yes, definitely yes. You are a member of the GSOM family, and you become a member of the Cems family the moment you join this program. So you are a member of the global family. So regardless if you are Russian or not, when you become a member of the Cems Alliance, the Cems family, you have equal opportunities to study in all 33 universities around the world, to be part of their skill seminars, of their activities, of the career forum, of the networking, and of course to the employability opportunities. So regardless of where you come from, the moment you join Cems, you have equal opportunities to be active and work all around the world. And actually you have an extra qualification because you are a member, you will become a member of the alumni. Having said that, I have to note something that is implied in all the presentations you have seen today, but allow me to be a bit clear on that. This is an elite community, and it is an elite community not because we are, secretive or we don't want other people with us. The opposite, we want the best people with us. We want you to be engaged. It's not a matter of being super smart, but it is a matter of working hard. So if you want to become a member of this family, then you have to be prepared not just to travel around the world and have fun and meet people from all over the planet, but actually capitalize on that, to invest your time actively into taking advantage of these opportunities to grow professionally and personally. Yeah, so this is a transformatory experience, making you, the best version of yourself on a global context. So you have to really work hard and take advantage of all these tools and networking that we offer to you to make it happen. Yes, so we play hard, but we work hard as well. Yes, and I hope I have answered and I have given some extra information.
Thank you. So what is more important for selection, language skills or interview? Well, as for language skills, you actually only at the starting point, you actually need to prove the A2 level. It doesn't influence anyhow your position in the rating, just the fact of having A2 level on the second foreign language.
It is a minimum requirement, yes.
Yes, yes. So yes, the interview is definitely more important here, and it has its weight in the total number of points. So only MIM students may apply. What about NIBA? Well, yes, starting from this year, it's only available for MIM students. Students of Master in Business Analytics can apply for a double degree program with Lopinranta University. The ECTS of Cems is from additional courses, or it includes the ECTS MIMS program courses. Would you like to answer that, Yanis?
Go ahead, Derolesia. I think it's the same, right?
Yes, the Cems program is pretty much incorporated into your regular master program. So on the second year of your master studies, you just follow the particular track, the Cems track, within your regular master study. Is there any list of the courses, MIMs and Cems courses? Well, this is similar to the previous question. There is a list of courses in your study plan of your regular master course, and within that study plan on your second year of master studies, you have Cems track with mandatory courses and elective program elements.
And may I add to that, dear Olesia?
Yes, sure.
Yes, so you can find this information on our website, on our school, where you can access the curriculum, the Masters in Management. But then you find the traditional, the fixed, let's say, obligatory courses for the Cems course, for the Cems program. But you will not easily find the skills seminars, titles, because these are related to each school per semester. So these are constantly recreated, renewed, customized. So many of the activities that you are going to experience in Cems, you will not be able to see them 1 year in advance. You will get to know them when you register and when you decide to which school or schools you will be joining abroad.
Thank you. Can we pursue the double degree and the Cems program? Since the second year is abroad, should we also go abroad at the second semester? I'm not really sure I got the question, but as for the first part, can we pursue the double degree and the Cems program? Yes, you can apply. If you are, for example, the student of MIM program, you can apply for all three programs during the application period, and then choose the one which is your priority if you pass all the competitions. Since the second year is abroad, should we also go abroad at the second semester? Well, for double degree programs with HSA and LUT, yes, you spend the second year in a partner school. As for Cems program, you either spend 1 semester in fall or in spring, or if you are one of top 5 students in the rating, you can opt for doing both semester abroad. I hope I answered the question.
Maybe the question was, I'm not sure, but let's answer that as well. Whether they can do, let's say, a double degree in HSE and get a Cems.
You mean simultaneously?
Yes, and I guess the answer is no.
I don't think so, no.
Yes.
You need to choose just one program, yeah.
Yes. And by the way, it Cems, it's not just 1 semester abroad. There are many activities and many events abroad all the time, and it depends on your availability to join. Yes, so the difference with the double degree is that you don't do just 1 semester abroad. You can do a year abroad if you are amongst the top 5, but you can have many, both face-to-face and virtual experiences globally in almost all schools across your years of studying in Cems. So it's a global experience across your degree, not just 1 semester abroad.
Yes, exactly. And it goes both to study program elements and non-study, like participating in global and regional and local events, which are announced by other partner schools. The international students that have been awarded a scholarship from the Russian government to study in Russia has not taken the GMAT test. Should we take it in order to join Cems? Or is there any other test that we can take at GSOM? Yes, if you didn't have GMAT as your entry examination, you will need to take it in order to take part in the competition, because it should be equal, like to everyone who is taking part. And you do not need to take necessarily the official GMAT test. You can take the GMAT-based test at GSOM. For example, in the beginning of fall term, we give that opportunity. How many slots are there for GSOM SPV students at Cems program? How many people usually apply and get accepted? What should I prepare in the summer to be ready to apply for Cems? So how many slots? As per 2020, 2019, I mean for next academic year selection, we had 25 slots. Most probably it will be more or less the same number. Not more, definitely, maybe less. How many people apply usually and get accepted? Well, our cohort is relatively small, so the competition, I must say, is not that tough as in some of the schools where like 400 people apply for 50 slots. It's usually, I would say, 50-55 applications for 25-30 slots.
But this is expected to grow. So
yes, we hope so.
So yes, but so we need to tell everyone that is interested that if you really want to go into Cems, you have to be engaged early on this year. So you have to get in touch. You have to know what it takes what is needed for the application technically. And we would also advise you to get in touch with our Cemses, our current Cems students, in order to understand the mentality and what it takes to become a Cemse. So I invite you to be involved early on.
Yeah. What should I prepare in the summer to be ready to apply for Cems in October? Well, maybe not in summer, but already now. It depends on your current level of English and other skills. So you will need to be ready by October. You will need to be ready with your IELTS certificate, with your second foreign language on A2 level. And if you are a foreign student and you are not going to pass GMAT test at your entry examination, then prepare to take it in the beginning of fall semester at GSOM, or prepare to take it in summer, the official GMAT certificate, I mean. Let me check if there are any other questions.
Just to add, after these technical requirements to apply for Cems, you also need to excel at the school and in the interview. So when you become a Masters in Management student and you make the application for Cems, you have to do extremely well at the interview and the selection process. And to do that, on top of your IELTS, second language, GMAT, I think it's very nice to be in touch with the Cems students, to know the Cems values, to understand how important networking and active engagement with Cems is in order to do really well at the selection process. And to get a feeling of that, I think it would be nice to participate in our events and to watch out, to our webpage for what we are doing, to get in touch with our alumni, to get in touch within the social media with our Cems club, and to start being a member of the community. This will help a lot.
Yes, I think that's it with the questions. So just to remind you that in case you have any questions, you can always contact us here, and you can find our contacts on GSOM website as well. So we hope to see all of you in September as GSOM students and potential applicants for Cems and double degree programs. Thank you for watching us.
And we will see you very, very soon. Keep strong and positive and stay connected. We would love to see you and hear from you. Thank you very much on my behalf. And can I add one more thing, Olesia?
Of course.
Before I forget, I would like to say something very important. We are an amazing team here in GSOM, and you as a student and a Cems and a Cemse, you will feel extremely well protected, received. You will feel very warm within our community, within our family. So we have an amazing team with Olesia, with our Cems Club, with our amazing language coordinator, with our amazing managers, our Elenas, with Elisaveta Troyanova, our partner manager, corporate partners manager, and of course, more important than all, our great students. Remember that our students, they share this value of ethos, of kindness. So the moment you come in GSOM and you join Cems, you will feel very welcome and very well protected and supported by us. So it will be hard work, but you will feel safe with us. And I would like to welcome you all to our family. That's it.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.